For those of you who like to go in guns blazing or even looking for a weapon of mass destruction, the MK249 is the light machine gun you're looking for. What is going on, all you Ghost Recon Wildlands fans? Unpredictable 60 here, bringing you guys the next weapon review in Ghost Recon Wildlands. Today we'll be looking at the light machine gun, the MK249. Now, of course, this light machine gun happens to take the shape of an assault rifle, and it has a big magazine on here. You guys can see down below, it has a big little clip on here, holds 150 rounds per magazine drum. And this is all the stuff that you can actually edit with this thing. I mean, of course, this is not a weapon to be used for any kind of silent missions or any type of stealthy type deals. I mean, this is just one of those all-out assault weapons, something you want to use for vehicles, something you want to use for helicopters and all that good stuff, something you want to use in a mass crowd of people, just because this thing shoots. It has a big magazine and it shoots for so long. And of course, the actual reload speed for this thing does not take that long. Actually, for it being a light machine gun, most light machine guns take a couple seconds that could potentially have you go down in, and this one actually takes a lot less time to reload than it does any other light machine gun that I've noticed so far. Now, for those of you who might be wondering where you can find this bad boy, it's actually in the Malka region, and it's near a lake, and it's like around some place called Outpost or something like that. It's just a little outpost, and it's like there's a little oval shaped lake down there. And that's actually where you find this thing. It's actually a really good weapon for those of you, like I said, who like to go in guns blazing. Has a really big clip on here, so you won't have to worry about reloading as much. Now, in this gameplay, I kind of reloaded because I'm just kind of used to not having such a huge magazine like this. So I was just kind of in the mood of, we're in the mindset to just reload every few shots, you know, just to make sure I was not gonna run out of ammo or try to, you know, think I'm gonna kill someone and have like 2 shots and then not kill a person, have to reload and all that good stuff. So yeah, I ended up doing pretty good with this weapon. It's actually really good to use with hip fire, and even a good weapon to use with third person. This is actually a really good weapon in general, in my opinion, for taking out vehicles, helicopters, anything like that. So for those of you who are looking for something that has really good power to it and a lot of a magazine, I won't really say accuracy, because of course, this being a light machine gun, you have to put a lot onto this thing in order for it to be very accurate. But this is actually something for those of you who are wanting to use something that has a big clip and has a little bit of a style to it. So I mean, you guys see right here, that was just hip fire, and it was actually really good to use up close. So you won't have to worry about missing very much because of how close the spread is whenever you shoot it from hip fire, I guess. Now, if you want to look at the accuracy for this weapon, it can be accurate up to 150 meters. I actually did some test shots just to see how accurate this thing would be with this being a light machine gun. Like even right here, this is a sniper tower, and I just took that guy out, and that was at least 150. So I mean, this is pretty stable for what it is. And of course, like I always mention, you can still shoot this in full auto mode and still be accurate with it, of course, if you burst fire. And this weapon's also very good for what you just witnessed. It's good to help you move into cover, to keep someone pinned so that you can get to cover. Now, of course, I had jumped out on the other side of this thing not knowing there was another enemy there, and ended up going down. But that wasn't really because anything to do with the weapon, honestly. That's just me not paying attention. So for those of you looking for something with some good accuracy that's a light machine gun, this is probably one of those weapons. You could probably put a grip on here. I'd suggest a grip and maybe a long barrel, because you can use that, and that might actually be really good for some people. So I mean, there's a lot of stuff you can do with this weapon, as you guys saw at the beginning. There's a lot of different things you can customize to make this thing really, really accurate, more so than what it already is. So would I use this weapon? Of course, I would probably always resort to something like this should I need to take out vehicles or be the heavy support person, just for that fact. I really enjoy light machine guns, especially with the right type of style to it. I really go for style when it comes to weapons. I know some people might go for weapons that have long distance, some people might go for weapons that shoot fast, but I just really go for style, and this is one of the ones that appeal to me. So that is probably why I would honestly go with this, because it does somewhat resemble an AR-15 or an M4, something of that style. I like that type of deal. So that's the whole situation with this light machine gun, and whether I would use it or not, Now, some people might want to say, is this weapon, or even might want to ask, is this weapon better than any of the DLC light machine guns? I really can't tell you for sure yes or no, because I have yet to really get my hands on any DLC light machine gun. Now, I know there is one that you can get from having the deluxe edition of this game, and it is called the AK or something. It's like the Uprising is what I think it is. That's just one of them, and it's really just an AK with a round drum on it. Now, I want to say there is an actual, I know there's an actual light machine gun that has like a money sign on it, and I don't have that one. I think that's what you get for taking out the big boss, at the main boss, I guess. But I still haven't gotten that far, so of course I don't have it, so I really can't compare it right now. Now, I'm assuming it would be something either close in caliber with this weapon, or something that's maybe a little bit better, just because it already has stuff attached to it. And the damage rating for it might be up there. So you guys can even witness right here, this weapon's really good for taking out helicopters. I mean, it really didn't take much at all to take that thing down. And even, I try to be the sniper up here, but using a light machine gun and going first person to do so, I mean, I'm still missing here and there. And, you know, this is not the best thing to be trying to shoot long range with. But like I said, if you equipped a long barrel and a grip on here, you probably will be a lot better off as far as trying to take out long distance targets. So for those of you wanting to use this as I am as far as long distance is concerned, I would probably definitely customize this thing first instead of using it default. But of course I always do default just to show you guys the base, I guess the base of this weapon, just the basic how it is without anything on there, and just how you can make it any more better than it already is. But anything else I forgot to mention? Now, you know, there is one thing I wish you could do, and that's maybe change the magazine to where it's like a dual round drum, so you have two, and maybe have like 200 shots or so. Maybe, you know, something cool like that would be something I would probably say would be a good add-on for this weapon, and maybe a few more things with this weapon. But other than that, I think this weapon is an overall, I guess, 8 out of 10, because for it being a light machine gun, it's pretty good for what it is. And of course, like I said, you just put some attachments on here. I guarantee you, if it were me, I'd probably go with a grip, maybe just a foregrip, or maybe even one of the vertical grips that make it more accurate, and then a laser, and then a long barrel, and then maybe an ACOG scope. But that's just my setup. I mean, you guys could probably figure out a much better setup than what I could come up with. But thank you all for watching this video. I think I'm gonna wrap it up here. Thank you all for watching. If you guys are fans of Ghost Recon Wildlands, go ahead and subscribe and show your support, because there will be a lot more gun reviews coming your way. And if you guys have any other questions or comments, leave them down below in the comment section. And of course, go ahead and like this video if you guys got a lot of useful information out of this video, and share it with all your friends, so that way you can get this video to as many people as possible. Let a lot of people know about what's good and what's not, and what could potentially work for them. And that way we can actually have a good community of Ghost Recon Wildlands players communicating and giving each other useful information, so that we can all be very good at this game. But until next time, guys, this has been 3-Man Broadcast. Unpredictable is out.